Today, I would like to discuss the construction of Z matrix. All computational chemistry calculations need an input molecular geometry. That is, we have to incorporate a molecular geometry to a computer. This is commonly done by using one of the following three methods. That is, by using Cartesian coordinates, or using a graphical interface, or through internal coordinates. That is, by using these three methods, we have to give an input molecular geometry to a computer in order to do computational chemistry calculations. Generating Cartesian coordinates by hand is only realistic for small molecule. However, the geometry is taken from outside sources such as X-ray structure. Cartesian coordinates are often the natural choice. Similarly, graphical interface produces a set of Cartesian coordinates for a given computational chemistry program which carries out the actual calculations. One of the most widely used methods to specify the molecular geometry by defining internal coordinates of each atom in terms of distance, angle, and torsional angle, or in terms of bond length, bond angle, and dihedral angle to the other atom is called Z matrix. That is, Z matrix is a method used to incorporate input geometry to a computer. It should be noted that the internal coordinates are not necessarily related to the actual bonding, but they are only the convenient method for specifying the geometry. The internal coordinates are usually converted to Cartesian coordinate before any calculations are carried out. However, the geometry optimizations are often done in internal coordinates in order to remove the 6 or 5 translational or rotational degrees of freedom for linear or nonlinear molecules. Construction of Z matrix begins with a drawing of the molecule and with a suitable numbering program, numbering of the atoms. That is, just before the construction of Z matrix, we have to draw the, or we have to know the structure of the molecule, and we have to draw the structure of the molecule and then number the atoms in that molecule. Any numbering will result in a valid Z matrix. That is, we have to give number as per our choice. The Z matrix specifies the position of each atom in terms of distance, an angle, and a torsional angle relative to the other atoms. The first atom is always positioned at the origin of the coordinate system. The second atom is specified as having a distance to the first atom and is placed along the Cartesian coordinate axis, usually the z-axis or x-axis. The third atom is specified by a distance to either atoms 1 or 2 and an angle to the other atom. All subsequent atoms need a distance, an angle, and a torsional angle to uniquely specify its position. The atoms are normally identified either by the chemical symbol or by their atomic number. Let us discuss the Z matrix for some molecules. First of all, consider a diatomic molecule, carbon monoxide. And this is represented by line. If we examine the Z matrix for any molecule, we can see that some numbers are given or some data are given by line. Here, in the case of carbon monoxide molecule, we can see 3 lines. In between these three lines, among these three lines we can see one blank line, and let us examine that. In the Z matrix of carbon monoxide molecule, the first line represents the carbon, second line oxygen, that is along at the right of the oxygen we can see one R, and just below that there is a blank line, and there is another line. In that line we can see R separated by a distance, there is 0.99955. Let us explain what this means. Here the line 1 represents the carbon, that is the first atom is a carbon atom. The line 2 represents O1R. This indicates that there is an oxygen atom occurs at a distance R from the first carbon atom. The line 3 is a blank line. There must be a blank line between the list of the atoms and the list of the variables. The line 4, here it is written as R, and R is defined in angstrom, that is 0.955 angstrom. Another example is water molecule. Here we can see three lines. First line O, second line H1.96, third line H1.96 to 1044.5. The line 1, the oxygen specifies that the first atom is an oxygen. Line 2, that is H1.96. This indicates that one hydrogen atom occurs at a distance 0.96 from the first oxygen atom. Line 3, that gives H1.96 to 104.5. This indicates that the second hydrogen atom occurs at a distance 0.96 from the first oxygen atom, and the angle between the two hydrogen atoms and oxygen atom is 104.5. Another example is the formaldehyde. Here we can see 7 lines and 2 blanks. The first line, carbon, indicates that the first atom is carbon. The second line, O1OC, indicates that the second atom is an oxygen atom with a distance of OC from the first atom. Line 3, H1HC2A, indicates that the third atom is a hydrogen atom with a distance of Hc to the first atom, and an angle between the third, first and the second atom is A. That is line 4, H1HC2A3 180.0, indicates that the fourth atom is a hydrogen with a distance of Hc to the first atom and an angle between the third, first and second atom of A. The dihedral angle between the first, second and third and fourth atom is 180 degree. Line 5, there must be a blank line between the list of atoms and the list of variables. Line 8, the second blank line sets aside the variables that are not to be optimized in the geometry optimization. If we take the Z matrix for any molecule, first of all we have to know the molecular structure. Without that structure we cannot do anything. This is the Z matrix for carbon dioxide molecule. First line C, second line X1 1.0, third line X1 1.0 to 9.0. This is the Z matrix for CH3CHO. Here we can see these have lines, and the explanation is given to you, and you can explain from your own understandings. This is Z matrix for ammonia molecule, and you have to explain this. References: Introduction to Computational Chemistry, Frank Jensen.